So in September of 1774, under the weight of these acts, the First Continental Congress was held, and they called for a boycott of all British goods. In April of 1775, British troops from Boston had been ordered to go forward to seize stored arms and colonial gunpowder at Lexington and Concord in Massachusetts. And finally, the colonists took up arms, with a shot heard round the world. In June of 1775, American colonists waged a bloody battle for Bunker Hill, overseeing the harbor of Boston, inflicting heavy casualties upon the British regulars before withdrawing as their ammunition ran low. The decision to take up arms against England was not uniform among the American colonial settlers. There were staunch advocates on both sides, those who had or were willing to take up arms and risk all that they had, and those who felt they should stay loyal to England. Those who were taking up arms were opposed by such loyalties and the might of the British Empire. In that same month, the Continental Army was formed under the command of a Virginian, General George Washington. One would have thought, given the standoff at Lexington and Concord and at Bunker Hill, the young army just might prevail in its earlier encounters with the British. It was not to be. The inexperienced volunteers, long on guts, but short on tactics, training, unit discipline, and supplies, were hard-pressed to match the battle weight of the British regulars and their Navy. What followed was a series of defeats at Brooklyn Heights in New York, forcing the Americans to retreat entirely out of New York, across the Hudson to New Jersey. And yet again, defeat followed. At Brandywine Creek and at Trenton, the British drove the American army from the field. Washington retreated into Pennsylvania across the Delaware River. There, with scant supplies, plummeting morale, and a harsh winter, Washington, throwing all caution to the wind, decided to attack, and on December 25, 1776, under the cover of darkness, crossed the Delaware River, surprising British troops and German Hessians at Trenton and driving them from the city. But this victory was only a temporary respite for hard-pressed colonials.